guys, welcome back to another video with the Coast. So this video is going to be how I achieved this look here. This was a fun video for me to make actually. I haven't done makeup videos in a really long time, and so this kind of felt a little unnatural. It felt new, and so I actually enjoyed the process of making it. I have to get back into the rhythm of doing these videos, so bear with me. All right, see you guys on the other side.
Okay guys, so I'm gonna try my best to walk you guys through this video as much as I can. Please bear with me. I am a visual learner, but I'm also a visual teacher. I can show you better than I can tell you, but I'm gonna attempt to tell you here, okay? So you wanna start off with brushing your brows into place, making sure that like hairs are going towards the direction that you want them to be going, the tail end to be going backwards, and the front end will be going up forwards. Then you're going to create your shape. I tend to start on the back end of my brow, just a preference. I don't think I even do that for both brows. So you create the shape, and that shape is going to be determined by how wide or how thin you want your brows to be. You want your brows to be fuller than your actual brow, then you're going to make sure that you're overlining your brow, right? And then I don't know if you guys noticed, but what I do here is I make sure I go the opposite direction with my pencil so that I can fill in any bald spots, and that tends to make the eyebrows look nice and full. Here in this video, I'm using the Girl Brow pencil, but some of the other pencils that I tend to use, more recently, I was using another one from the beauty supply store. One end is the pencil, the other end is the brow gel. Brow gel is very necessary. If you want brow look to last long, brow gel I would recommend. If you are not the best at filling in your brows, a tinted brow gel, it would work wonders, okay? Here I am using the Benefit Tinted Brow Gel. I'm not sure what color this is. I will leave the description in the description box below. But yeah, I'm using the Benefit Brow Gel here. Honestly, sometimes I don't even use a pencil. Sometimes I will just simply use the brow gel to create the shape and fill in my brows. And then after that, I go ahead and trace my brow with the concealer. So brow gel is very important. If you feel like, sometimes you can get a pencil that might be too dark, and the brow gel will, if you get a lighter tone, the brow gel will calm that tone down. If you feel like you are a little heavy-handed with the pencil, the brow gel will clean it up. If you have a clear brow gel, the brow gel will kind of lift some of that stuff off, or you can use just a clean spoolie. So here you'll see that I am trying to make sure that all the hairs are in place, because once they are laid, they are laid, okay? So here I am using a concealer. This color is, I think, the shade Espresso. I'm using it straight out of the container, because this concealer specifically has a nice brush at the end, and I like to use it. But if you do not feel comfortable using it, I do recommend getting a flat concealer brush. You can get that off of Amazon. You can, get it from Ulta. You can get it from Sephora. That will be the tool you're going to be needing for that step. Then you're going to buff. What I'm doing here, I'm buffing in that shade. I am not, just pay attention, because like I said, I'm a visual learner and I'm also a visual teacher. Take a look at what I'm doing here in this process. I am not going on the actual brow itself. I am simply buffing the edge, the perimeter of the product that I actually laid down. So Here you can see that I'm using a much brighter tone, and this brighter tone is used so that I can give the illusion or the effect of freshly waxed brows. So you're going to use a tone that is, and this is if you're going for a full face, right? But if you're not going for a full face, you can in fact use the same tone for the bottom of your brows that you use on the top. But if you are going for more of a full face, full glam, or that effect, then I would say use a shade that is at least 2 shades lighter than your skin. As you can see here, this is much lighter than my skin. So just when I say at least, I mean at least, okay? So once I lay the product down the way I feel comfortable and I feel like it's enough, actually, let me give you a pointer. So what I do here, you can go back and look at the video if you need to, but what I do when I'm laying the product down, I use my brow bone as a kind of like a guide. I press the brush with the product on it onto my brow bone and use it as the guide to allow the brush to kind of do its thing when I am applying that bottom concealer. Okay, and then same thing that I did up top, I am buffing in this color. The only difference here is what I'm doing is go in on the color as much. Here, because it's so bright, I am making sure to just buff it in all the way up until my actual brow. This will create, like I said, that wax effect. And don't worry, don't panic. We will make sure to address how bright this tone is. As you can see here, I am going back in with that first shade, and I'm adding it lightly, almost like a feathering effect. I am feathering it into the front portion of my brows just so that I can kind of give it that gradient effect and make it look more realistic and natural. And then I'm going to come back with my buffing concealer brush. So now what you'll see here is that I'm taking my foundation. The foundation, I think it's the ABH foundation. My foundation brush is a kabuki brush, and you can get this. This is a Morphe kabuki brush. Really, really easy to work with. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the foundation and I am using it to blend in the lighter shade of that lower, that brow color. Right? So I am tapping over that color very lightly because I don't want to disturb the work that I've already done. So I am tapping over it very lightly, and everywhere else you can see that I am just simply smoothing it in. You've heard the saying, eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Usually I don't really care and I just let it go, but because for the video's sake, I just want to show you guys, if you're not satisfied with your eyebrows, you can always go back in and add any little, you can tweak it, you can add, do your adjustments or whatever. So what I'm doing here is I think this is the right one. The right eyebrow is a little bit more fuller towards the front than the brow that I'm working on now. So what I did is I'm grabbing and just pretty much going backwards. It's really self-explanatory. If you are a visual learner like me, my advice to you would be to go back, watch this video, and literally stop it, pause it, slow it down, however you need to do it, and do it at the same time as I'm doing it. Look at yourself in the mirror, work as I'm working, and take your time. But yeah, like I said, rewatch this video, start from the beginning, slow it down, take your time, sit in front of a mirror. Practice makes better, and eventually perfect. What I'm showing you here is how that lighter tone is no longer harsh the way it was before, and also respecting that brow space. That's it for today. We'll talk soon. Let me know if you have any questions below.